Hi Tech family, welcome to the part 12 of Solidity programming language course. In this video, we are going to learn about the byte array in Solidity. We have learned about the fixed array and the dynamic array in the previous video, and in this video, we will learn about the fixed sized byte array and dynamic sized byte array. Before starting coding, first you have to know about some important steps. These are the important steps you must have to know about. In 1 byte we have 8 bits, and in 1 hexadecimal value we have 8 bits, and all the values stored in byte array will be in the form of hexadecimal. To see the practical, let's move to the Remix IDE. I have set up everything. First, I have specified the license identifier and the compiler version, and I have created a simple contract named of byte arrays, and now we will start working with our byte arrays. We will look at the fixed sized byte array, how we can work with fixed sized byte array. Let me comment out first fixed sized byte array. To create fixed sized byte array, Solidity give us bytes, and in front of these bytes there are numbers range from 1 to 32, like bytes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 32, but we cannot pass 33. That will be the wrong syntax because there is no array of byte 33. So we will create a byte array of byte 2, or let's say byte 4. We can say that's the type of the array, like the byte array, and we are not going to pass any square brackets because that's not the syntax for the byte array. And now we will put the visibility. The visibility will be public and the name of our byte array. Let's say I name it my byte array. Just like this. We have declared our fixed sized byte array. Press Ctrl S to compile, and it's successfully compiled. Go to the deploy and run transaction and deploy it. In the instance, we have a getter method by my byte arr. When I press it, we got the value 0x and some more zeros instead of getting only 0. But why we get this value instead of 0? Just because, if you remember, I have told you the value stored in the byte array will be in the form of hexadecimal, and that's great. We got the value in the form of hexadecimal, and this 0x means that's the hexadecimal value. And as we have just declared this byte array, we have the 00 in here. We have not value in this byte array. To set some value in this byte array, for that we will create a function set byte array. This will be public, and my byte arr will be equal to, let's say, xyz, and that's it. Press Ctrl S. That's the shortcut for compiling our code, and then just deploy it. In the second instance, we have now two methods. One is set byte array and one is my byte array. First, let's click this my byte array. We have the same value as we seen before, and when I press this set byte array and again press this, we got the 78, 79 and 7a value, and again 00. Why is that happening? We didn't get the xyz value, but we got 78, 79 and 7a. That's weird. Let me tell you why is that happening. Let's move to our ASCII table, and if you can see x, y and z, the hex value of x, y and z is, for x it is 78, and for y it's 79, and for z it's 7th a, and that's good value for that. It's just encoded in the hexadecimal value. That's why it's appearing like this, 78, 79 and 7th a instead of this xyz. And as I said, the value stored in the byte array will be in the form of hexadecimal. So it's in the form of hexadecimal, that's why it's not appearing just xyz but 78, 79 and 7th a, the hexa value. And we also can have another number in here. Let's say I pass 6, 7 and again press Ctrl S to compile and deploy it. When I press this my byte array, now we have more zeros in here. Set byte array, and again get it, we got 78, 79, 7th A and more zeros in here. And if I pass some more value in here, let's say A, B, C, again Ctrl S and deploy. In this instance, set byte array and check it, we got 61, 62 and 63 for ABC. Let's also check it. For A we have the 61 and for B we have 62 and for C we also have 63 value, and that's good. And that's how we work with our fixed sized byte array. And now let's start working with our dynamic sized byte array. Let's comment this out and copy this first comment and make it dynamic sized byte array. To declare dynamic sized byte array, we have to type bytes for that. And then we will specify the visibility, that will be public, and the name of the byte array. Let's say I name it dynamic sized byte and declare it. Press Ctrl S and let's just delete these instances and then deploy. When I check it, dynamic size byte array, we got only 0x. That's why it's the empty dynamic size byte array and there is no value. First we have to push some value in it. For that we will write a method for it or a function push, and the visibility will be public and dynamic size byte dot push, and in the parentheses we will pass the value we want to push. Let's say I want to push again ABC value, semicolon, press Ctrl S to compile, and there is an error. Let's say wise. It says the type error member push not found and or not visible after argument dependent. That's because I think, oh I see, we cannot pass 3 values in here, but we have to pass only one value. And after that press Ctrl S and now it's correct. Go and deploy it. In the second instance, now we have a push method also. First let's check it. We have 0x, and when I press push and again check it, we have the 61 value, and the hexadecimal value of the A is 61. Let's check it. A 61, and that's good. That's how we push some value in our dynamic byte array, and we also can initialize it like this, equal to xy xyz. Ctrl S, close this one and deploy another one. First check it, we have 78, 79 and 7th A as we have initialized it here, and when I press push and again check it, we also got 61 value, and we also can get the value on the particular index. For that we also have to write a function which will be only a view function, because we are not doing any changes in the state variable but we are only reading it. Function read value, or let's say get value. I want to get the uint value that will be public. View method returns byte 1 because we are getting only one byte, and here we will return dynamic size byte value, and that's it. Press Ctrl S, close this one, deploy, and in third instance we also got the get value. First let's press this dynamic sized. We got this value, the value we have initialized it here, and then push. We got another value which is 61, and now I want to get the value which is on index 2. Get the value that is 7th A 012. This value is on index 2 and we got it 7th A. Just like this we can get the value of dynamic size byte array, and that 0x is just for that's in the form of hexadecimal. And we also can find the length of it by copying this and paste it down here. This will be uint, and remove this argument from here, and dynamic size byte will be length, and that's it. Deploy another one. When I press this get value, we got 3. Oh, I have not changed the name of this, so that's okay. We got the length which is 3. 1 2 3. When I put some value and again get it, we have now 4 length. So that's how we can get also the length of our byte array or a dynamic size byte array. So that's how we can work with our byte array. I hope I have cleared your confusion about the byte array, and that was it for the video. If you found this video helpful, hit a thumb on a like button and leave a comment if something is not clear to you. For now, goodbye and see you in the next video.